So I just made a video talking about Animal Jam, right? And the whole point of that video was supposed to be more of like a niche topic. So I'm gonna do a full 360, 180, whatever one is the right term, and do Minecraft, which is the most known topic. I don't think there's a game I could talk about that would be more known besides Roblox. Maybe Fortnite? I would even argue that though. No, Minecraft for sure. Before we start this video, oh my god, I have a cousin who's younger than me. A few months ago, I was talking to him. He's only like 11 or 12, and he told me that he has never played Minecraft before. Never. Never. His whole entire life, he has never played Minecraft before. I think that's crazy. It doesn't make me feel old, right? Like, I know how a lot of people have that feeling where they're like, oh my god, this makes me feel old. It doesn't make me feel old. It's just crazy. I don't. It makes me feel some. It makes me just recognize how fast things change, basically. Like, we went from that game to a different game, and then now it's a different game, all so fast. But I also think that's kind of beautiful. To imagine someone who was born a few years after I was born has a whole different life. It's insane. They live in the same city as me, but we're just a few years apart. And that somehow changes the entire catalog of our lives. Our whole bank of knowledge is just completely different. I remember seeing the Diamond Minecart on tour when I was in 4th grade. I saw him in person before I was even in middle school. I remember being in my room, 8 years old. I know for a fact I was 8 because when you're that young, you just like know. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe you don't, but at least I did. I just always had this aura around me of how old I was just because of how important it felt or the world made it seem. I just always like remember how old I was in most of my memories because it was just so like how old I was literally part of who I was when I was little, right? And when I would be like 8.5, I leveled up. You better know people knew. But I would watch the Diamond Minecart's mod reviews. This was before Caves and Cliffs. Way before. This was before the Elytra was a thing. This was before End Cities. This was before Tridents. I'm talking way back, y'all. And I would watch mod reviews, right? Like the Mo TNT mods. I would watch the one where there was like the buff zombie and the creeper with 4 legs and the other one. Lucky Block mods are bangers. I remember going to the bathroom the other day and I was thinking about like where did Lucky Blocks come from? Like I for some reason thought they were from Minecraft, but it was a mod based off of the Lucky Blocks from Mario, obviously. But for some reason that doesn't sound right. Like I know it's right. I know Lucky Blocks are from Mario, but for some reason I think about it and it doesn't seem right. It seems like they're not because they're like a block. That's my gang. We pulling up for real. Y'all better watch out. And also, my cousin said that he was watching the Minecraft movie. So he has like no clue what Minecraft is besides the Minecraft movie. That's his only exposure to Minecraft? Crazy, y'all. But it's okay. At least he had Fortnite. My youngest cousin was born after Fortnite. Imagine, bro. Imagine that life. Like, what game is going to be for them? Like, that's crazy, y'all. Grow a garden? Like, I hope not. One of the worst things about Minecraft, well, I guess it's not the worst, it's more of my fault, but I don't have my old worlds, right? Like, I don't know how it would have ever happened because it was so before, like, even like iCloud was popular. So there's like no way it could have like saved, but I just wish there was a way to look at my old worlds because I know I had so many and I have access to none, not a single one. Right, but it's also like I used to play on my Kindle Fire. So like how am I even gonna, like that's asking for too much, obviously. But it just would be so freaking cool. Like I hope when I die, I'm able to go back and visit those worlds. That would be chill. My parents are divorced, and I really didn't like my mom's house. So when I was younger, I was at my mom's house, and I remade my dad's house in Minecraft. Like I tried to remake the whole house so I could like feel like I was there. So that's where my creative energy went when I was younger, was to just feel comfortable and cope with everything going on around me. And Minecraft was a banger for that, right? They knew what they were doing and they did it well. That's the game that was always there for me for the highest stress moments of my life. I would always find a way to play that, especially with friends, y'all. I have some amazing memories with Minecraft. I'm really happy I have a good memory for certain things like that. Certain times it scares me having a good memory, but thinking about like Minecraft, like there's so many memories I think of, and I think that's amazing because I always think in the moment when I'm playing a game, I'm just gonna forget it. But it's like really valuable to know that like certain times I laughed with my friends, I like remember, like I hold on to that. So I think that's really fun. Like I remember, oh my god, gang. Like, is it bad? I remember being in fourth grade at the lunch table talking to someone who I know what their name is right now. I know their first and last name, and I haven't known them since freaking fourth grade. But I know everyone who was at the lunch table, and we were making jokes because this girl, I don't know if I want to say her real name, but her name started with a J, so I'm gonna say J. I'll say Jasmine. That's close. Jasmine was talking about how she doesn't know what to do in Minecraft. She always gets scared when the night comes, so she makes a dirt house. And then I remember I would like bring it up. Like I kept being like, at least my house isn't dirt. And then she'd be like, stop. So we were basically like flirting in fourth grade, right? But in reality, I had a crush on this other girl at the table. So I was like flirting with her, but I was trying to look cool to the other girl, right? But by the end of the year, I was eating lunch in the bathroom. My jokes were not cool, y'all. I had a lot to learn. But basically, like, I just have so many memories that have to do with Minecraft. And I just think that's beautiful. I think that's always going to be a pretty cool part of my childhood. Recently, I haven't played, like, any games, like, literally none. Like, I try to think of what I have. Maybe, like, mobile games. Like, I'll randomly have, like, one day every month where I just want to fade away and just sit on tycoons. But I usually don't do that too often anymore. I'm pretty locked in on what I do. But the only times I'm playing a game is if I get called up by one of my friends and they go, hop on, and I go, if you say so. But honestly, y'all, I mess with Roblox. Y'all can come at me or not. I predict Roblox will be the future. It's literally every game in one. Like, I don't see how it wouldn't be the future. And it freaking slaps. There's always a good thing that's popular on there. So if I were to play, that's what y'all would catch me playing. I also remember in elementary school, I was friends with this one guy. I'm going to call him Alan. That was not his name, but it was the same amount of letters. We would play Minecraft at his house, and his dad would always be like, why do you guys play that game? It looks like it's like pixelated and 8-bit. But I was trying to explain to him that when you look at a block from an angle, you can see it like a line that isn't like 8-bit coded. Like it's like a diagonal line, and it's like straight. So it's not that pixelated, but then he didn't understand because he was like, the texture on the block is pixelated. There's squares. There's so many squares. How can you look at squares and tell me it's not pixelated? And I'm trying to tell him, you look at a square from an angle, it's not a square anymore. But I don't think he understood. I tried to have my dad play Minecraft one time, and he literally like couldn't. And that made me think like, what? Like so many things I just took for granted as a kid. I think it only happened because I was a kid. Right? And one of that I think is being able to just understand games, I guess. Like I look at a game, and even if it's a whole new game, I will probably be able to understand it within 10 minutes if it's not like insanely complicated, right? Like that makes sense. The movements, how to look around and stuff, like I would get that within a beat, bro, within a snap, within a crackle and a pop. But when my dad was trying to play Minecraft, looking around was difficult, moving around was difficult, understanding how to break and place things was difficult. Everything was just difficult. Like we didn't even get to the mining and crafting yet. That's how horrendous it was. But like I don't know how that happens. Maybe he's just really unique. Maybe he's, cuckoo in the Cocoa Puffs. But I think it's just because your brain has just understood life so long that like a game is just odd, right? It's like a whole new vehicle that I just understood from a young age, But that's kind of cool because you never think about it like that. It's always like a waste of time, you're told. But the people who tell you it's a waste of time could have never cranked 90s in 2020, 2019 even. So stand your ground. Know what's up. You know how happy Fortnite freaking probably was when Corona happened, y'all? I mean, not happy that people were dying and stuff, but that was perfect. Literally, it blew up like right before. Like that's insane. Like it was the perfect game. That's kind of wild. I wonder if that was planned. That would have been a really crazy move they made just to solidify themselves. But nevertheless, banger, y'all. I mean, why am I talking about that though? Bro, wrong topic. I could make that its own video, yo. I freaking love Minecraft. I hope that when I die, I can revisit my old worlds. Minecraft is amazing. I remember when the Dream SMP was a thing. I promise I'm not a weird band kid or anything, but I kind of messed with it for at least like a little bit. Okay, I know that's odd. I know that's wild. I was a child. Don't go crazy on me. I would never do such acts now, but I kind of thought it was cool, man. Going even further back, there were other communities too. I remember these little night guys that would all be like different color night suits, and they would build things. If we're talking like OG YouTubers too, there's Ant Venom, Jerome ASF. I watch so much. I have his book. Vic Star. Oh my god, bro. The Diamond Minecart, like I started off with though, he was definitely number one. I watched so much of him. I still watch him now sometimes. Bro was one of my top 5 ever. I watched like Sunday in them for a little bit, Beijing Canadian and all that, but they weren't really, it would only be for like freaking like a month. That wasn't crazy. Only certain people stuck with me, through the years. And those were the first people I said. Like if I have to really think about them, I think they're not there, man. Oh my god. Oh, wait, I thought about it. Ballistic Squid and Stampy, but I don't know about y'all. I didn't watch Stampy that much. I didn't really like Stampy. Stampy was like just there. I don't understand why people always raved about him. I really liked Ballistic Squid, which was like Stampy's friend. That's who I messed with, y'all. Our little UK creators for when I was like 10. Go! Oh my god, Stampy made like a 2D cartoon about like science one time though, and it was when I was at the perfect age for it, and that was a banger, bro. I spent more time watching that by 10 than I ever watched Stampy playing freaking Minecraft, which is what he's known for. But that 2D show he made, I don't know what it's called, gang, but dude, I'm gonna look it up just for that. It's called Wonder Quest, or I Wonder. I'm pretty sure it's called Wonder Quest. It was really cool. Stampy looking like that, like 2D and all. I mean, I guess he's kind of 3D. It's an odd looking animation, but I'm pretty sure that was it. I messed with that. They made like potions. They were in like a castle and stuff. I remember watching that while playing Minecraft. I remember like what the Minecraft freaking looked like when I was playing it. It was dog. I got vivid memories. I don't know if that's normal. It scares me. I don't like it. Oh, it feels like a live photo. Like I can just go back and just live like 5 seconds. It's so weird. But let me know your favorite Minecraft creators down below. Let me know if you ever even played the game. Let me know your favorite maps. Let me know your favorite server. That's a big thing too. You want to argue about servers? Okay. You're going to bring that up, huh? Hive. The Hive was top 3. The Hive was top 3. Y'all can find me on that. People didn't like the Hive. The Hive got bashed a ton. The Hive was top 3. Number one. I don't even want to say it, y'all. Number 1 was Mineplex. I know y'all are going to say Hypixel. I know you're going to say Hypixel is. No. Mineplex. Hypixel, 4. Cubecraft, 5. I know. Crazy. What's number 2? I didn't forget number 2, y'all. I know. Hypixel 4, though. The Hive is above Hypixel. I don't know. Fight me. 2, Lifeboat. You heard me correctly. I loved Lifeboat. Lifeboat was there for me. I don't think it was like in a 10 out of 10 server by any means, but they had such a unique map that you started out in and saw the lobbies and stuff, whatever. I don't know what to call it. The world that Lifeboat created made me want to start my own server almost as much as Mineplex. Dog, if y'all grew up on Mineplex, just the lobby, bro. The lobby. That huge tree. One way you got the desert with that parkour. Then next to it you got the parkour over the lava. That might be the same one though, but I think it's 2. I don't know. I never completed them. I got really upset. I would get so close. And then you got that one way where you have to like cross the big tree log and then you go to like this like slime waterfall place. I don't know. And then they would update it for holidays and stuff too. Bro, it was so fun. I'm pretty sure Mineplex was also the one where when you're waiting for a game to start, you're in this like island and it's so memorable. There's like the cave underneath and stuff. Oh, bro, y'all gotta bring me back. I know I can go back right now, but like I don't wanna. It's not the same. I think I really love Lifeboat because they were there on Pocket Edition first. I remember playing Lifeboat like not being home. Like I would go to my friend's house and we would play that together. But when I was home is when I would play Mineplex and Hypixel sometimes. I just don't really like Hypixel. Hypixel seemed like they were always trying to get money out of me. Mineplex was fun and chill. Hypixel was like pay to win, basically. I didn't like it. But shout out Lifeboat, shout out Mineplex, shout out the Hive. Shout out dantdm. Yeah, modded. What was it called? Dimensions. Oh my god, modded dimensions. Diamond dimensions, bro. Banger. I think I only saw like 2 episodes, but I just knew at the time people loved it. And I got to live through it. Like, I got to live when the most recent upload by dantdm was a Diamond Dimensions video. Even though I didn't watch them, I knew I was living amongst a glorious figure. What? I was living against greatness, y'all. I was witnessing it. If only I was learning how to talk, that would have been pretty useful. But anyways, let me know other games down below. I could rant on about this forever, apparently, because this is a very long recording. I wish I didn't go for this long. Why am I yapping? Thank you for being my #1 game. I love you. I'll build or break you any day. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this in the future. Like this video so more people get to see it. And then listen to Blakey on all platforms. Blakey everywhere. Music everywhere. Blakey, music everywhere.